Alright friends, we are now in front of the monument. It's called Kilometer Zero Bandung City. So this is actually where the story of Bandung begins. It started in the 1810, when Dendels, Governor General Dendels from the Dutch colonial government, he built the Great Post Road or the Grote Postweg. Actually, we are standing in front of the road. It's now known as the Asia Africa Road or street. So in the 1810, before the road was built, this area was only empty land with some of maybe some housing of the locals here and there. And then after the construction of the Grote Postweg, people started to be attracted to settle down here, to get closer. And one of those who wants to get closer is the capital city of Bandung Regency. So in the 1810, it was already Bandung Regency in the southern from this area right now. And the capital of the Bandung Regency is called Karapia. It's still there, but now the name is called Dayeuh Kolot, or the elder city, because Bandung is become the younger one. And then when the capital city in Karapia, at that time the regent is the Wiranata Kusuma II. After this road was built, he also wanted to move the capital city to up north. And then he surveyed to this area along the Cikapundung River, and then he surveyed up north also. And then one day he joined the inspection with the Governor General Dendels. And then they walked around to find the perfect location for the new capital city. And then in one spot, legend said that Dendels thrust his walking stick into the ground and give the command to the Wiranata Kusuma II. Zorg dat als ik terugkom hier op een stad is gebouwd. Or maybe something like, listen, when I return here, a city should have been already built. And that was the command in oral to Wiranata Kusuma II. And then followed by the formal letter, the instruction to build the city, the city construction. And then it was signed in the September 25th, 1810. So that date now celebrated as the birthday of Bandung City. So after the road was developed, and then people started to come, the Preanger planters, the entrepreneur for the plantation, they also moved closer to this area, and then hotels were built. The first hotel is just around the corner, and then Sapoy Homan also. And then in the 1920s, this city has become a tourist destination, very famous, and then especially become the fashion center for the Dutch in this colonial. And then the street of Braga in particular, the shops are established, and also the restaurants. Until now, the Braga Street also became famous for the tourist destination. So that's about the Kilometer Zero. And then what is surprising, the spot where Dendels thrust the walking stick to the ground, it is believed that in this very spot, the Kilometer Zero Bandung. Alright everyone, so Behind me, you can see the magnificent building. So it is now known as the Museum of Asia Africa Conference or Konferensi Asia Afrika. So actually, this building once it was the clubhouse for the Socialita of the Dutch colonial people. It's called the Sociëteit Concordia. It's the place for where the Dutch have parties, drinking and dancing. And I want to share a bitter story about this building. It actually became the witness, a silent witness of the last day when the Dutch colonial, the last day of the Occupy Bandung. So the story began in the 1942, where the Japanese already conquered some of the Dutch in this colonial area, from Kalimantan, Sumatra, and finally to Java. So in the March 6, 1942, up north in the Subang, several kilometers from this place, the general of the Dutch colonial is having negotiation with the Japanese General Imamura, and then they negotiate, and then the Dutch general, they decided they want to prioritize the civilian safety in Bandung. So the general of Imamura, he insisted the Dutch surrender the city of Bandung to the Japanese. And here, at that time, at the same time, in this building, and also in Savoy Oman, in some the restaurants, the Dutch people is surprisingly they dress up like in the evening dress. And the high rank of the Dutch colonial government, they have the last party in this building, and they become surrender to the fate that they already know they will be beaten by the Japanese, and decided to have enjoy the last day in Bandung as the occupation occupying this city. So at that time, the people dressed up and then having some dance and drinks, but then they were told to pour out all the alcohols because they know the Japanese soldier, it famously will be aggressive if they drink alcohol. So they just pour those out, and then when the aeroplanes, the Japanese aircraft come into the Bandung sky, some of them already flew out, and then they took the road escaping to the southern coast of West Java, especially exactly in the Pelabuhan Ratu area. So this is become the witness of the last day the Dutch colonial occupy Bandung, and now become the Museum of Asia Africa.